Woodford County High School on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone. This is Varsity Game Night along with ABC 36.2, streaming at WTVQ.com, Hyped Up TV on YouTube. We want to thank Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's for sponsoring the stream tonight. Couldn't do the stream without you, but without further ado, we have kickoff. Angelo Carriero, Josh Toffness, Covington Catholic at Woodford County, and the kick is off. It's a squib down to the 20-yard line. It's picked up and fumbled, and he is tackled at the 22-yard line. Covington Catholic with the first draw of blood in this game to be able to force the fumble on that rolling kickoff and to tackle their man at the 22-yard line. Covington Catholic starting out strong.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're hoping for if you're kicking like that. You're hoping that it's a hard ball to handle, and that is exactly what happened for Woodford County.
Thank you to MetroNet and Dan Cummins as well as we get underway here. From Woodford County High School, the 12-0 Yellow Jackets welcome in the 9-3 Colonels in what is the regional championship in the class of 5A. And the offense comes and sits out. Reminds me of my old wing tee over at Madison Central High School. The offensive lineman down, man comes in motion, and they're going to hand off to the former Blue Devil to start off the game as Preston Stacy only gets a gain of a couple of yards, Josh. And Preston Stacy, once at Henry Clay, now at Woodford County, their leading ball carrier, 1,227 yards on the ground, 13 touchdowns, contributes through the air as well, 11 catches, 137 yards and a touchdown. Stacy growing into his own as a junior, becoming a superstar here in the region. Receiver to each side. Two wing backs at the sides of the tackles. Stacy at the fullback position in the backfield. Man comes in motion over the right side, and there's Patterson, and he throws, and it's caught out of the backfield and keeps going down to the 40-yard line. Matthew Sowards able to get the reception, and he is down all the way into Covington Catholic territory, 38-yard line. Huge gain for Woodford County.
Jackson Geller there, big time play. They faked to him originally, and the linebackers absolutely let go of him, and he was able to make a clean catch.
Thank you for the correction, Josh Toffness, Jackson Giller. The catch. Stacy gets the hands off again, and he tries to do a spin move, but it's going to be a tackle for loss, about 3 yards lost on the play. Good stop by this Covington Catholic defense, only allowing 121 yards on the ground this season.
And those spin moves are going to be tough to work with because these front guys up here for Covington Catholic are very strong, and as soon as they get an arm on you, they're wrapping you up.
It'll be second down. Ball's at the original line of scrimmage, second and 10, 10-17 as we're just starting live here from Woodford County High School. It's Patterson. Lines up man directly behind him. Patterson rolls out to his right. We know he can run. Oh, and Stacy wasn't ready. He drops the pass. This will lead to a 3rd and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
This is unfamiliar territory. They're going to have to reach into the playbook here.
As we are live on WTVQ.com streaming. We are on YouTube, Hyped Up TV streaming. We are on ABC 36.2 live with television. Of course, on 96.1 FM, The Zone. Available to you in Versailles, Nicholasville, Winchester, Lexington, all around the Central Kentucky area as we bring you high school football playoff action. 3rd down and 10. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Stacy's in to block as Patterson throws it deep, and it's dropped.
And there was some pushing and shoving, but it was on both sides there, so they're not going to call it. They're going to let them play, and I like that. You know, it's going to be one of those physical games from the start.
So the pass was dropped by the senior.
It looks like they're going to go for it here.
It looks like they are, Josh Toffness, an offense that is unafraid, offense that's averaging 174.7 yards per game through the air, and it might be a punt as Patterson does line up in the formation, but the punt will be returned. It's caught at the 15-yard line, and though trying to return, Dallas Worth is going nowhere, and Covington Catholic, difficult territory to start off. Good defense on the punt unit by Woodford County.
Yeah, I like that trickiness there. They came out and it looked like they were going to go for it, and then they just punt. I really like that. It keeps Covington Catholic on their toes, and That's what they want right now.
And we are going to get started off with Preston Agee, the senior quarterback, who is a triple threat on offense, passing, rushing, receiving, all the above. Starts off with 2 wide receivers to each side. Agee has a man come in motion. Handoff is in the backfield. The offensive line got a bit of a push. Woodford County's in there to clean up the tackle. And again, we want to thank Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's for helping our staff here with the stream. If you're listening to the game in the vehicle, you're on up north over near Covington, of course. Check out Dickman's and Smoke Justice, a proud sponsor of the stream today of the Covington Catholic Colonels and the Woodford County Yellow Jackets. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 back to the backfield. Left of Agee. Here's the snap, and the run is going to the left side and swallowed up almost immediately. Woodford County aggressive early on here in their run defense.
That line, the defensive line shifted in the opposite direction of the run, but they were still able to get over there and make the tackle. That's a lot of speed.
A lot of speed indeed. One guy to watch out for on the perimeter, Nicholas Boydston, standing at 6'6", a head above his teammates in the huddle and a head above the corner he is facing. Agee comes out into the shotgun. Reed Hummel in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. There goes Hummel out of the backfield. Agee's going to stand in the pocket, and he's going to throw deep. He's got a man. Oh, and it's just overthrown his intended target. Adam Holtz on the right sideline. If Agee would have put the ball in the money, Josh, I think that might have been 6.
Oh, it definitely would have been. Adam Holtz had a breakaway right there from his corner, and he was gonna take it into the end zone for sure.
Take it to the end zone. He was 8:19 to go here in the first quarter. Angelo Carriero and Josh Toffness live from Woodford County High School. It looks like the Yellow Jackets should get the ball back in their own territory, depending on this punt here for Covington Catholic, as a second man comes on to the field in the punt return position.
Big punt.
Big punt indeed. And luckily for Woodford County, it does not hit a Yellow Jacket, and the offense will come back onto the field as Woodford County looks to begin their second drive. And you can tell already, Josh, this offense is made for explosion.
Yeah, they've shown so far that they want the big plays. They've tried a few of them so far tonight on Covington Catholic. Covington Catholic hasn't bit. They've done a great job, but we'll see what happens here in this second drive with good field position too.
Patterson comes back out onto the field. Like we said in the pregame, owner of 37 touchdowns accounted for, only 2 interceptions. This senior quarterback, just like Eric B. and Rakim, he ain't no joke. As Patterson goes out and he passes out the Keeler, and there's a flag as he gets all the way down to about the 23-yard line, but there's a flag, and that might be holding, Josh.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring this one back for holding. It's really unfortunate because that was a beautiful play right there. The option worked out absolutely perfectly for Woodford County, but unfortunately the hold brings them back and then some.
Deserves it. After the hold, ball will return. It will now be first down and 13 after the hold is accepted. First down and 13. Patterson in the pistol formation, 2 wide receivers to each side. Here's the snap. Patterson is going to take it, and he throws a little pass out to the left side. And a big hit, but first a huge reception for the Old Jackets. Jacob Jackson on the far sideline gets close to the first down marker.
Jacob Jackson, 299 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns, 14 catches, and 400 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air for that young man. And he's done a great job so far this year. They're going to be using him quite a bit tonight.
Quite a bit tonight indeed. It'll be first down and 10, the first down after that play. There goes Jackson and the handoff. He's up the middle. Little gain for Stacy. He couldn't find any room there.
Yeah, that was a perfect job of clogging the hole right there for Covington Catholic. They went in bear crawling and took out the offensive lineman, and it just caused something for the running back to be able to have to jump over. He couldn't do it.
6:42 left and counting here in the first quarter. No score yet in this game. Woodford County with the ball against Covington Catholic in the regional championship game in the class of 5A. Aiden Nelson goes out to the right. The snap is taken, and Patterson, he's going to be looking for the pass, and now he runs, and a tackle, fine tackle, as Patterson tries to escape. He's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down marker. Bring up 3rd and 4.
He showed a lot of tenacity there, just ripping and going, understanding that he needed to tuck the ball and go with it because his options were limited.
Options were limited. He found a hole in the offensive line, but a great wrap up. So it'll be 3rd down and 4. Woodford County inching their way closer and closer to the red zone. Geiler comes in motion. He's the one to get the ball over on the left side. He gets it. And he sneaks through for the first down. Hard run by the senior, and he's able to sneak his way past the first down marker.
A little bit right there. Geiler, it looked like he was faking the pass a little bit. He kind of held up for a second and put his arm up like he was going to pass, and then he went. And that was a great job right there. Gave him a little bit of extra room, and he was able to get the first down.
That's a great observation, Josh Toffness. The pitch was behind the line, and he was behind the line when it looked like he was going to. Decided to tuck and run and was able to get the first down. Woodford County ball on the 29-yard line. That means they are knocking on the door of the red zone. 1st down and 10. As Patterson pitches it out, and that's Jacobs. And Jacob Jackson. It's a gain of only a few. Jacob Jackson, the senior, accounts for 700 yards and 11 touchdowns for this offense so far. And like you said, Josh, he will be viewed prominently throughout this game, as well as Makai Smith, the freshman receiver. You will hear his number called very early here, or very soon, I should say. A gain of about 4 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. 2nd and a long 6, maybe even 2nd and 7. Smith and Geiler are out to the left side. Right side is Smith. Patterson throws it out of the backfield to Stacy, and Stacy gets to about the 11-yard line. That's going to be good for a first down for the Yellow Jackets. Ball placed the 11-yard line.
And, the thing that I've noticed about this offense is just the speed. The way that they run so fast, they're able to, develop plays so quickly in front of this defense that it's keeping them on their heels a little bit.
Keeping on the heels indeed. Patterson has Stacy to the right in the backfield. Receiver to each side. Men lined up in the wing back position. And in front of Patterson, the ball's handed off. Tackled at about the 6-yard line. Coming out of that position. Looked like it was Steven. No. Going to get an identifier. Jogs off the field. Be 2nd and 5.
An absolutely beautiful hole opened up on the outside there for the runner, allowing him to get some yardage.
Get some yardage indeed. Smith to the wide right. Patterson, he's going to take it himself. He runs out to right, and it's good. Swallowed up by the Covington Catholic defense. A good pursuit to the sideline that was able to stop Patterson about the 4-yard line. But Josh, they do not have to score here. It is 3rd and 1. They need to get to the 3-yard line to get a first down.
And that's a great place to be if you're Woodford County, especially with the way that your line's been blocking, opening up those big holes. I know that on the interior, Covington Catholic has kind of had their way, but around the outside, Woodford County has seen some success.
Still looking for the first score of the game, 2:37 and counting in the first quarter. Patterson lines up at the 4-yard line. Stacy behind him. Jackson comes in motion. It's handed off to Stacy. Did Stacy get enough of a push?
I think he did with that second push right there.
Yes, and it looks like he's going to be down all the way at the 1 yard line. And so Woodford County's going to hurry up and try to get this score. First and goal from the 1 yard line. Woodford County knocking on the door of the end zone. I bet Patterson's going to try to sneak this in. He does, and Stacy pushes him. Touchdown signal, first score of the game, drawing blood, the Woodford County Yellow Jackets.
And you could tell from the start that was going to be a quarterback sneak. It was, I mean, you called it right there. It was just easy. You line up and you push it in, and that's exactly what they did with Stacy.
Not quite you calling the Javon Hurt touchdown pass against, or touchdown reception against Madison Central, but Dakota Patterson Bryce Patterson rushing it in. The extra point is up, and it is good. Woodford County scores first. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with first quarter action here on Varsity Game Night. 7 Woodford County, 0 Covington Catholic. But we'll actually, you know what, Josh? Sometimes I feel like I want to take a break, but high school football gets me so excited. I can't step away. 7-0, and that was Bryce Patterson on the quarterback sneak, and it's just so impressive to see an athlete of his size, 6'3", just under 200 pounds, but he looks like a senior the way he plays. He looks confident. He looks like that he is a guy not to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and I like that entire drive right there. I mean, seeing Woodford County's offense in person for the first time was something to behold, because they just have so much speed and confidence with the way that they come out there. They start out in a 2-point stance, and then they shift to that 3-point stance immediately, and then at that point you know that they're coming at you, and they're coming at you hard.
They're like the Wu-Tang Clan. They're coming at you. As we are 2 minutes and 16 seconds away from the end of this first quarter, and the kickoff goes into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. High school football. That's where you catch it. That's where you be. So Covington Catholic will have an opportunity to get back and answer this Woodford County score offensively. Josh, what did you see on that first drive? Seems like they need to be just a little more in sync.
Yeah, I mean, Covington Catholic they were able to get a few guys open here and there and stuff. That, like you said, the quarterback and the receivers need to be a little bit more on the same page, and they need to figure it out. I think they will, though, as this game goes on.
And again, thank you to Richard Dickman with the stream. Go to Smoke Justice and Dickman's, as well as the handoff is in the backfield and swallowed up immediately. And that is Beeler again, not this time defensively after being a menace on offense, making an early impression on the game.
Yeah, just great penetration right there. Got in the backfield immediately and swallowed him up. That was perfect.
Swallowed up, perfect. We'll have 2nd and 11 after this Woodford County tackle for loss. Covington Catholic, led by senior quarterback Preston Agee. 353 yards through the air, 814 on the yard with 14 touchdowns. He even caught a touchdown, Josh Toffman. He drops back, he looks to his right, he's able to throw across the middle, incomplete. Right into the zone of Woodford County. Unfortunately, no man there. So it'll be a 3rd down and long for the Colonels.
Agee right now just having some issues, just trying to figure out exactly where his receivers are. Like we said, they need to get on the same page, because right now it just seems like they're a little bit off.
So it'll be 3rd down 11. Covington Catholic breaks their huddle. Three wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Agee looks over to the right quick, but he's going to run on the right side. He's trying to get the yards on the ground. He gets a little bit of a push, but he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down, Josh. And I always go to you to ask these questions.
Do you go for it? No. Absolutely not. Not this early, not against this opponent.
Well, Josh, we've already spoke about how this offense can score at will. In Covington Catholic, it seems like that maybe this is an opportunity to ignite your offense You have to stay toe-to-toe. You're not going to play from behind against these Yellow Jackets. And the punt is muffed. And it was.
I think it rolled out of bounds.
I think it rolled out of bounds as well.
Covington Catholic was all over that, though, and they should have recovered if there was only just a foot more of it in line.
Kenyon Maxberry was going to retrieve the punt, and he muffed it. I really thought Covington Catholic was going to pounce all over it, but it rolled just out of bounds.
And again, just excellent field position to start with for Woodford County. I mean, they're enjoying this so far tonight.
So Woodford County comes back onto the field. We also want to thank MetroNet and Dan Cummins on the 96.1 FM side. And Kim Price back in the studio helping make everything go for us. 50 seconds left in the first quarter, 7-0. Woodford County's up as Patterson drops back in the pocket. He's going to look deep. He's got him in, and it's juggled. It's tipped up.
It might have been. It was close to being intercepted. It was very close.
And what a Ringley Brothers circus act was that off of the hands of the young receiver. I believe
that was Maxberry.
That was Maxberry. That was targeted deep. And Covington Catholic had a shot at that themselves. It's Patterson, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 43-yard line. Out of the backfield, Preston Stacy. Patterson throws it to Stacy. He catches it, and I believe this is going to be tackled at the original line of scrimmage. And this is good news for Covington Catholic's defense. A 3rd and 10. You had the opportunity to make the stop, and make the stop you have to.
Yeah, speaking of making stops right there, that was an absolutely beautiful shoestring tackle by Dallas Worth. He was able to pretty much just grab the leg of the runner, and he just held on for dear life, was able to pull him down.
You think Dallas's middle name is Fort?
Could be. Funny.
3rd and 10. Time is coming at Dallas-Fort Worth. You get it, Josh?
I get it.
You get it.
I get it.
It is the end of the first quarter. Woodford County 7, Covington Catholic nothing. Covington Catholic has a 3rd and 10 coming up. This defensive spot could get them the shot in the arm that they need to get back into the game with a little bit of rhythm. Josh Topness, Angelo Carriero. This is Varsity Game Night on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, MetroNet, Windstream, Spectrum. You've got on WTVQ.com. You also have it on YouTube TV, or excuse me, YouTube.com with Hyped Up TV. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Zooker is the free app to find great deals to local restaurants and merchants. Find coupons, join local businesses' loyalty clubs, and play games right from your mobile phone. Save 50% at local restaurants like Brick Oven Pizzeria, Miguel's, Bluegrass Sabor, and many more. Help support local businesses while you save money. Check out all the great deals on Zooker. Check it out. Download Zooker and start saving big today.
XOOKER. Zooker.
Join Woodford Reserve, Avon, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded.
Woodford County Yellow Jackets with the ball. Covington Catholic trying to stop this conversion. The pass is out and it's caught. And it's caught at the first down marker. What a reel in by the junior Stephen Reed, as he makes the reception, and it will be a first down, and that is costly if you are Covington Catholic.
Yeah, Stephen Reed, the guy that wasn't exactly on my radar, but right there makes a beautiful cut away from his protection and was able to get the pass.
First down and 10. Ball is at the 46-yard line of Covington Catholic. 2 wide receivers out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Stacy in the backfield behind Patterson. The offensive line gets down. And they hand it to Stacy, and what a good wrap-up on the play by Braden Collins. Able to get the tackle, not Braden Collins. I'm trying to get I'll get that matched up in just a second for you. No, that is Braden Collins, excuse me. From earlier when I said Nicholas Boydston, I think I got the Braden and Boydston got mixed up, but that was Braden Collins on the tackle. I was going to say, doesn't look 6'6" anymore. First game of the year covering Woodford County High School and Covington Catholic, but this is the playoffs, and we go to where the best games are, and this is the best game in the state of Kentucky tonight. As a man comes in motion, Patterson drops back. He's looking over to his left, and he found his man, and that is Nelson that's trying to make some moves, make some million-dollar moves. And he is tackled at about the 34-yard line. Looked disappointed in himself, but I thought that was a great gain by the junior.
It's really good. Where it really starts right here is Bryce Patterson's protection. The offensive line right now is doing an excellent job of keeping him in the pocket and where he wants to be, but he's protected in the pocket, and that's perfect.
Coming up to the line. By the way, and I'll give you this little nugget of information in just a second, Josh Toffness. As Patterson's in the shotgun, 10-17 and counting. Patterson looks over to the left. He's looking for Nelson, and he has Nelson! And it's overthrown over the head of Aiden Nelson. Patterson had him wide open, and he just put a little too much mustard on that ball.
Time was running out for him right there. Trevor Wilson was getting ready to get a sack on Bryce Patterson.
By the way, interesting thing my brain did. We've never covered a Corbin High School game, right?
Right.
Here on Varsity Game Night this season. We're covering Bryce Patterson of Woodford County, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. When I said Dakota Patterson earlier, that is actually the 3-star possible Kentucky commit at Corbin. How I made the Dakota Patterson, Bryce Patterson. I'll tell you what, we got a battle right now of who the best Patterson is, because I'll tell you what, Bryce, except for that pass, looking on fire tonight. As Reed goes in motion, and the handoffs to Stacy, and what a swallow up by the Covington Catholic defensive line front. That time, looked like Holt was in there. Yes, he was on the tackle. And this Covington Catholic defense, there's a reason they've only given up 15 points a game. They came to play today. And this Woodford County offense, I think they're starting to feel a little nervous. Yeah,
Preston Stacy right there, just having some issue getting inside of the interior of the line. That's what I was talking about earlier. Everything's been decent to the outside, but they need to establish something on the inside, and right now it's very difficult for them.
9:34 left here in the second quarter. 3rd and 11 from the 35-yard line of Covington Catholic. Woodford County goes up. 2 wide receivers to each side. Back in the backfield, Patterson, he's surveying the field. Now he's under pressure, but a man got knocked off that was going to trail Patterson, and Patterson tries to squeeze his way all the way down to about the 26-yard line, but he's going to be just short of a first down.
Here's the question right here. Do they go for it here? I think they
this
absolutely
question, I think,
do.
is you absolutely
Yeah.
That right
I think
here.
100% they're going to go for it.
He goes up, and I want to thank Bryce Patterson, by the way. Only tweeted 109 times, retweeted us in our image for this game. 4th and 3. Man comes in motion. Here's the snap. It's passed out to Geiler. Geiler turns the corner. He gets to the 20. He jukes. He gets to the 10, to the 5, and a horse collar tackle. Touchdown, Woodford County. What a run by Geiler, the senior. Unbelievable.
And you know what broke him free? A beautiful stiff arm from the young man. He was able to get his defender away from him, and he goes free and gets the touchdown. That is huge right there. Geiler, excellent man play.
Geilier, whatever. He put it in 2 gear as he got into the end zone on that 4th and 3. One of the highlights of the state of Kentucky today, that run, as Woodford County goes up 14-0. We will step aside here. Thank you to Smoke Justice and Dickman's, and the stream sponsorship by Richard Dickman, Metronet, and Dan Cummins. Woodford County leads 14-0 over Covington Catholic in this Class 5A regional championship game. We'll be back here on Varsity Game Night. Josh Toffness, Angelo Carriero on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, and stream live on WTVQ.com.
Woodford Reserve, Avall, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support Avall's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Your career should have meaning, and at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only
Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, streaming live, WTV.com, and on YouTube. Just check out Hyped Up TV and subscribe. As the kick is off, it's going to be fielded at the 2-yard line. Coming out of the back of the end zone, Zion Mason goes up the left side, and he keeps running. He's able to cut up the field. He's going to get to the 50, and this speed will not be caught. To the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and that's a kickoff return. Touchdown, Covington Catholic, and that's how you get back in a game.
Just had beautiful blocking up front for him as he went, and he chose his lane along the left sideline. He knew exactly what he was doing, and as soon as he got a clear green in front of him, he was off to the races.
He was off to the races, and that races would put him in first place, Josh Toffness. You would think he was in the Kentucky Derby with a gallop like that. As Covington Catholic, struggling on offense, finds a way to put 6 up on the board. Doesn't matter if it's offense, defense, or special teams. It's who has the most points wins. And that's a catch-up right there. Woodford County 14, Covington Catholic 7. That kickoff return brought to you by Smoke Justice and Dickman's right there up in Covington Catholic. I know that they're happy and raucous about that one, Toffness.
Absolutely.
As we are here at Woodford County High School on varsity game night. If you're in Nicholasville, if you're in Versailles, if you're in Winchester, if you're in Scott County, if you're in Franklin County, Frankfort, Midway, Lexington, Kentucky, you can get us at 96.1 FM, the all-new Sports 96.1 FM. You can follow us on Twitter at 961 The Zone. Follow our Facebook page. Josh Toft is putting up some excellent material on there, as well as myself talking about the Panthers' playoff hopes with Cam Newton. Obviously, a greater chance now that they have Killer Cam. Josh Toftness agree not so much. Said if he would play quarterback, which you can answer this on Facebook, just like us, 961 The Zone, 96.1 Sports The Zone.
Yeah.
Like us on there and follow our content. Give us the reply. I said if you could play any quarterback or any position in the NFL, what would you play? You said third string quarterback because you got all the money, none of the hits.
Yeah,
always looking for the easy way out, Toffness.
Yeah, obviously.
And the kickoff is going to skip. And what a good strategy by Covington Catholic with these kickoffs. As Max Berry tries to make it up the middle, and he's finally caught. But if that's a version of a game that I used to play as a kid, I don't know what to call it these days. We call it a little something that's not PC culture. It seems like Max Berry would be good at a game. It's the game where you have a football and your other friends have to hit you and get the ball from you. We played that. We played a game, but can't say it now. But Woodford County is going to come back here.
That must be a Richmond thing because, I mean, we played it, but we
What did you call it?
just called it playing football, you know. It wasn't exactly football, but that's what we did, you know, for kids.
Okay. You can act like that. I'll have to explain the game during the break, and maybe you'll know then what I mean. We have 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, back into the backfield. Guy offset the left tackle. Here's the snap, and it's handed off to Stacy, and Stacy's going to run off the right side. For our Lexington audience, former Blue Devil Preston Stacy.
And that was probably the best push up front, even though it was around the outside, that he's gotten so far tonight. It's been tough running on the interior of that line, and they're getting a little bit closer with that run right there.
It'll be 7:35 and counting, 14-7. Woodford County leads. Off defensively, this Covington Catholic squad has been very solid. A 3-4 defensive set. As the handoff is faked, and Patterson's going to try to take it, but he's swallowed up by that Colonel front.
Right there, I mean, you're just having issues all night. You keep on trying to go to the well, and that well to the inside is a little bit dry right now. Might have to find something else.
Yeah, it's hard to go to that well for sure. We're under 7 minutes. 3rd and 7. We're a long 6 for Woodford County. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. It's Patterson just received his first Division I offer. So he takes the snap. Now he's going to run to the right. And he's caught from behind. As Alex Lowry, the senior, is able to take him down. This may very well force a Woodford County punt.
This defensive line for Covington Catholic is so impressive because they're able to do everything in a 3. I mean, they're able to make stops everywhere. I mean, you mentioned right there Alex Lowry, the defensive end, making the stop. I mean, these linemen are getting big-time plays for the Covington Catholic team.
Big-time plays is going to force the first punt of the evening. Well, I guess the first punting unit punt of the evening. Of course, Patterson earlier punted from the quarterback position, which we've seen before. There's the snap. It's very low. Oh, and he fumbles it. He's kicking around like Charlie Brown on Thanksgiving. And it's down, recovered. And it will be recovered by Covington Catholic inside of their 20-yard line. They're inside of Woodford County's 20-yard line.
Goodness gracious. That is absolutely the last thing you want to do if you're Woodford County, because now you got to stand tall with a short field of 20 yards, not even 20 yards, about 19. 19
yards away from scoring and being an extra point away from tying this game up as we inch closer to the end of the first half. 5:37 left here, but Covington Catholic in a monumental position to change the outlook on this game. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Tight end lined up off the right tackle, in line. Hummel in the backfield. Agee takes the snap. He's going to run to the right. Has 814 yards on the ground. He's going to pick up a couple more as he gets tackled at the 9-yard line. Agee using his legs in that power run formation to get down. Looked a lot like Brady Hensley in the Madison Central attack we saw from last week.
Agee right there just showing what he can do, showing that he is a threat on the ground as well, and got to keep that Woodford County defense honest.
That is one thing Covington Catholic likes to do. Run the ball with their quarterbacks. They are 9 yards away from a touchdown, first and goal. Wilson comes in motion. Sets up, and it's another run. And Agee chooses a different hole. He gets down to the 5-yard line.
And that opened up immediately for him. He was able to get through, pick up some yards. But this linebacker stopped him as soon as he broke through.
He broke through. It looked like he had a hole where Wilson was opening it up. But he's able to cut inside, get up to about the 4-yard line. With 4:40 left here in the first half. Second and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line. Covington Catholic, one wide receiver to each side. Two tight ends. And a great block. Up the middle, the ball popped out. The ball popped out.
Woodford County thinks they have it.
Oh, no, not for Covington Catholic. But there it is, coming out of the pile. Makai Smith comes out. Woodford County avoids the score, and Covington Catholic meets disaster. And this was devastating for Covington Catholic to have the fumble after Braden Collins had sprung such an amazing block off the left side. The ball pops out, fumble caused. Josh, for Covington Catholic, that's one you just couldn't afford to lose.
Yeah, that's a big-time blow to the Covington Catholic Colonels. I mean, they're really going to have to fight to recover from that one. You've got to keep your head up.
Covington Catholic's run defense has been very staunch. They can still get in here as Patterson hands it off to Stacy on the right side, and Stacy's gaining space, and he's tackled, and now he's tackled out of bounds after being dragged at the 21-yard line, but there's the breathing room Woodford County needed. Gutsy going to the outside. Stacy lets him pay.
Absolutely Gutsy going to the outside, but that's where they've had their success tonight. And interior might have been a very dangerous play right there, but they go bounce to the outside. Preston Stacy picks up quite a few yards, gets them in a safe area.
One wide receiver, Aiden Nelson, Out to the left. Patterson pitches. It's out to Geiler, and Geiler takes the ball out to the 31-yard line on the left side. Woodford County going right to left on your radio dial. For the 96.1 FM audience, if you are in Versailles, Lexington, Nicholasville, Midway, Frankfort, Franklin County, Winchester, Fayette County, Scott County, you can listen to 96.1 FM. Stream this thanks to Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's at WTVQ.com and on YouTube, Hyped Up TV. Go to Hyped Up TV on YouTube, like the video and subscribe. And of course at ABC 36.2 and on MetroNet. Spectrum and Windstream as well. As there is an illegal motion, I am assuming here, Josh, as the play was called dead. It was a false start, excuse me.
Oh. I didn't see the false start, actually.
Maybe it was on the motion. It was a false start and then turned into a motion. I'll see running backs sometimes do that where they do a false start and then they try to go out in motion and they're like, no, we caught you. But again, Windstream, Channel 11, Spectrum, Channel 138, MetroNet, our guys, Channel 132, our guys and gals. MetroNet, Channel 132, ABC 36.2. But like I said, if you want to stream the game, WTVQ.com or go to Hyped Up TV on YouTube and subscribe. One wide receiver out to the left. Patterson hands it off to Stacy in the backfield. Stacy gets tackled, and this is going to be a 3rd and long. And Josh, I know Woodford County has an explosive offense. They're up 14-7, but we are now ticking under 3 minutes. I wonder if they want a little hustle to their bustle as this is part of their plan.
Yeah, it seems like they've been a little bit held in check by Covington Catholic.
Covington Catholic has absolutely kept them in check,
yeah,
no doubt about it.
They're doing an absolutely great job right now of keeping them under wraps, and that's what they're going to have to do for pretty much the rest of the game.
2 wide receivers out to the right. Nelson at the bottom to the left. Geiler out there, and so Stacy, but Patterson has a hole, and Patterson's going to try to make it happen with his legs. He will get a 1st down, but the clock is going to continue to run.
Well,
We'll stop for a first down marker, but once the whistle's blown, it'll continue to run. But yes, ball positioning will stop. Wait.
What do we have here?
It looked like a false start, maybe an illegal procedure. Something is going on here. Maybe the play was stopped dead? We're trying to figure out what's going on here on the play. But the 1st down marker, that's going to be a false start. The play happened. The umpire called a false start. It'll be 3rd and 9 now. What a shot in the foot for Woodford County.
Yeah, Dennis Johnson on the sideline looking awfully confused. And so are we up here. We did not hear, we did not see it. The play was able to run, but then where you got some false hope, you thought you had the 1st down, you got nothing, you're going backwards.
So 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, same formation, same play. As Patterson's going to throw a dart over to the side, and it is to Nelson, and it looks like it's going to be just at the 1st down marker. They're going to give him the 1st.
Beautiful positioning right there by the receiver. Nelson knew exactly where he needed to get get that 1st down, and he stopped on a dime right there.
Under 2 minutes here in the 1st half. If you're looking for a place to watch the game, Smoke Justice and Dickman's of Richard Dickman. Thank you for sponsoring our live stream on Hyped Up TV at YouTube.com or at WTVQ.com, an easier place to go to. But definitely at least go subscribe to Hyped Up TV on YouTube. As Patterson drops back, it's 1st and 10, and he's going to go into the arms. No, shake, bake, and he's tackled down. There's multiple flags. I'm guessing holding on top of that sack, but great job by Covington Catholic to get in there, and especially Trevor Wilson on that play. And I believe this will be a holding call, Josh. And it is holding against the Yellow Jackets.
There, but
it's declined. Because of the sack, it'll keep the clock running. At least that seems to be a part of the deal with accepting that sack.
Once they actually run the clock.
Yep, they will have to get this clock rolling. Here it goes. No, the clock is stopped, but the sack, there's the clock is rolling. 2nd and about 20. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. 2 wing backs off the tackle. Stacy in the backfield, and they give it to Stacy. Stacy runs to the left side. Oh, and he stiffs arm looking like Derrick Henry. But he doesn't get as far as Derrick Henry does. Stacy tackled for a gain only of a couple. And this is what I was talking about, Josh. Now Woodford County, because of their small plays, with the penalties that they couldn't make up, they're now forced themselves deep into their own territory when they had a prime opportunity to score.
This is one of those instances where you're kind of every 2 steps forward you're taking 3 steps back. And a lot of that is due to Covington Catholic and the pressure that they are able to put on this offense right now, because that defense right there, that's a serious defense. We're seeing a really good defense from Covington Catholic right now, and it's making this game a lot of fun to watch, honestly.
And, of course, thank you for sponsoring Varsity Game Night, MetroNet, and Dan Cummins. I might have Dan Cummins sponsor the binoculars so it can drive my eyes down to the field.
All right.
Get that, Josh?
Yeah.
All right. 1:05 left here in the first half, 14-7. Woodford County leads deep into their own territory, 3rd down and 18. The ball is at Woodford County's own 26-yard line, and they've had to hold the ball, Josh, for the last at least 3 minutes of game action. They had an opportunity to go, and they just haven't yet. 2 wide receivers to each side. Patterson with Stacy directly lined up behind him, and the blitz is coming. And Patterson's going to roll out to his right. Now he stops, and he's going to be sacked. This Covington Catholic defense has come down to play. And I believe a timeout was called by Covington Catholic. They should have a timeout remaining, Josh, and they might try to score the ball here, even it up before halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. They were only had to send 1 linebacker there on the blitz, and everything else was honest, and they just have the skills to cover up those receivers just long enough for them to get in the backfield and get a sack.
Get in the backfield and getting a sack. That's twice on that specific set of downs that they were going to get that sack, and they did. As Varsity Game Night is live from Woodford County High School on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, Windstream, Spectrum, and our guys over at MetroNet, channel 132. We are also on WTVQ.com, where you can stream the game. You can also go to YouTube and go to Hyped Up TV, like the video, and subscribe to Hyped Up TV. Best high school highlights that you will get in the state. And we want to thank Richard Dickman of Dickman's and Smoke Justice for sponsoring the stream. And we want to thank Brennan over at ABC 36.2, or ABC 36, I guess technically, not just a .2, for allowing us to come and televise. We will have the punt off. It will be returned, as this time the snap is fielded cleanly. And Worth is going to take the ball, and he's going to go north to south. But he's tackled at the 50-yard line. 48.1 seconds, and it shows no timeouts for Covington Catholic. My apologies. I thought that they had 1 timeout left. But they are out of timeout, so they are going to have to go 50 yards in 48 seconds, Josh. And you know what that means, right?
What's that?
They have to go faster than a yard a second.
Okay. Well, I think the Covington Catholic probably could do this against a lot of opponents. We'll see if they can do it against Woodford County, because Woodford County, they're no slouches. So,
what do you think my 40 time would be?
5 flat, maybe?
Thank you. 2 wide receivers to each side. You're a generous man. AG. 2 safeties. It is a screen pass over to the side, and there's a flag, and it's a false start against Catholic. Covington Catholic, in their efforts to win the regional championship and move their way to the state semifinals, needs a score soon. I'm not saying they need to score before halftime, but Josh, let's just say it would help.
It would help.
Against a team that averages 50 points per game, and I'm going to count them up. I'm going to carry the 2, do the 1. They've only scored 15 of those 500-plus points that weren't touchdowns or extra points. That means that offense is explosive. And now after the false start, I think I don't know what they're trying to determine here, but it'll be 51 seconds on the clock. I feel like they might have
added 3 seconds?
Yes.
That's exactly what they did. Oh, they're going
they got
back
to change
to
it
48.
to 48 seconds, getting a call up here in the booth. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. That's Linehan that came in motion, and A.G. pump fakes. He's going to run to the right. He's going to have to get in the sideline to save some time. He's not going to be able to. He's tackled for a loss. That is not what they did. No, excuse me. He was tackled behind the original line of scrimmage. I think he gained maybe a yard, and then that clock is ticking. A.G. needs to get his team up and maybe out to the sideline. A.G. rolls out to the left, and he's going to fire, and he's got a man, and it's bobbled and dropped. If they would have gotten that, Josh, they could have spiked the ball with the new first down and then maybe taken a shot at the end zone. That was a critical error for these Covington Catholic Colonels.
Yeah, they would have had to get over there quick because the receiver had already landed on his knees. But you're right. They could have gotten over there, spiked the ball, and taken a stab at it. We'll see what they try to do here.
See what they try to do here is, speaking of Covington Catholic, it reminds me of A.G. of another Catholic quarterback that we had in Jack Goman, in the way that he's able to run around in the pocket and give himself some extra time. So the snap is taken by A.G. He's going to run the ball, and he's going to go up the middle. He's got 2 blockers, and he's able to juke his way past the 40 and out of bounds, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Colonels.
That's right, 12.2 seconds left on the board. They're going to have time to take a stab at this end zone here, maybe 2 plays if they're lucky.
Again, this stream, if you're streaming on WTVQ.com or at Hyped Up TV on YouTube.com, Richard Dickman, thank you for your sponsorship of the streams. That is Richard Dickman of Dickman's and Smoke Justice. You want a place to watch the game for good eat and smoke, maybe even a drink? Go to Smoke Justice or Dickman's. 3.8 seconds left, it says on the clock. I thought he was out of bounds with about 12.2.
That's what I thought as well.
So they're changing it now. They've got the word over on the side. So it should be about 12. And the ball is on the 36-yard line of Woodford County. A.G. going to the sideline. He's trying to get the play call.
And that's...
There's 12 seconds now on the clock. 14-7. 12 seconds left. Covington Catholic trying to tie this game up, or at least maybe get a field goal. Of course, touchdown preferred. No timeouts left for Covington Catholic. They have to incomplete or get out of bounds. And they're going to throw the screen pass, and to the out of bounds marker goes Zion Mason. That'll be 4.9 seconds left.
And that was a smart play by Mason right there. You could tell part of him wanted to cut it up to the inside, and he did not. He went to the out of bounds. That was smart because, a lot of times that instinct takes over and you just go for it. But right there, he pulled the smarter play.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Josh. It is the instinct to cut up and get more yards, but those more yards would have cost you the game, like Joe Milton against Ole Miss for the University of Tennessee in that game earlier, where the Tennessee fans just embarrassed themselves, by the way. Not looking very flattering.
Kind of trashy, a little bit trashy.
You can say it. 4.9 seconds left. And there's a timeout called. So Varsity Game Night will stay here. 4.9 seconds left. Woodford County leads 14-7 over Covington Catholic. 4.9 seconds left, Josh. What would you do here? Knowing this is a high school team, A.G. not the most prolific quarterback with arm talent, do you try a Hail Mary? Do you try a screen with blockers to try to pop one? Or do you try like a trick play, like a hook and ladder, or maybe like a wide receiver pass? Or
I would try a Hail Mary myself because he's shown that he does have the arm strength to get it down the field. May not be exactly perfectly accurate, but that's what I would go for. But I think that they're going to try for a screen pass here, going by what they've done so far.
I would say to the end zone is what you're worried about. If he even got it like a yard or two short, that wouldn't be a touchdown. A hook and ladder would be it. But if you're Woodford County, don't you try to back up a little bit, knowing the back end of your field is where they're no. If anybody gets
there's only
behind
one
them,
option
that's
here.
6. We'll see if this bites them. As there's one wide receiver lined up to the right, one to the left. Man comes in motion. That's the tight end into the slot. And now they've got 4 verticals. Agee is going to wind up and he's going to throw short. And this play is going to end the half. Even with the flag on the field, it was holding. That penalty will be declined. That will be the end of the first half here, live from Woodford County High School. We have a tight one. Woodford County 14, Covington Catholic 7. We will be back with a first half review and stats. We'll have sports from around the Bluegrass with Kim Price. We'll have a second half preview. Thank you to Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's for having the stream on WTVQ.com and on Hyped Up TV on YouTube. This is Varsity Game Night. Josh Toffness, Angelo Carriero, the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, and on television at ABC 36.2.
Out for Life returns Thursday, September 16th.
Dine in or carry out at any of our 60 amazing partner restaurants. A portion of sales will go towards the fight to end HIV in Kentucky.
You can donate anytime. Go to dineoutlex.com.
3, 2, go!
In 2019, a veteran-led Tates Creek Commodores team would make it all the way to semi-state. But key players from that team would graduate, and last season was a struggle. Tates Creek went 0-6. A big reason? Youth.
Well, last year we started 5 freshmen across the board. You know, we had a young team, and, you know, with COVID last year, getting such a slow start with such a young team, it kind of, you know, we had 14 days to get ready for our first game. So it didn't really give us a whole lot of time to prepare, but I felt like as the season progressed, we got better, you know. Went into the first round and gave Dunbar all they wanted in that, and they moved on to the, you know, to the Final Four also. So I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
Set, hit,
For some of the older guys on the team, they know what it feels like to win. That made last season even tougher.
I was a sophomore when we were like really good, and I don't know, it's just like a real big difference. It just sucks, but it also kind of helped me because it makes me want to like work harder. Just because you've tasted it, and now that you're like at the bottom, there's the only way to go up. So it just makes me just want to dig harder and just fight harder.
I learned that you got to step up at the biggest moments, and that you got to lead the team when nobody else wanted to. Being an upperclassman, you got to help the younger guys out, make sure they're learning everything, make sure they're watching so they can get in too.
Sometimes that means leading by example.
Just once one person does it, everybody follows. Even if that one person isn't a leader, if you just see that one person, and, well, at least for me, I strive to be better. So if I see somebody better than me, I'm like, nah, I gotta, come on. So then I bring energy, somebody else brings energy, and we just one up each other, and that's just how you gotta get better, and that's how you gotta win games.
Head coach John Smith says players have also been able to bond and hang out off the field. That's something they couldn't do last season due to the pandemic, and that time off the field is benefiting his players on the field.
It's tremendous, especially with still a young team. I mean, we're looking to maybe start 5 or 6 sophomores this next season. So being able to introduce everything and being able to go a little bit slower than having to go such a fast pace to get ready for the first game, it's been a tremendous success.
As this senior class looks to lead a group of young Commodores into the season, they know they have some steps to take, and they're ready to do it. And also make sure this senior class is remembered for one thing.
I'm just trying to leave a good impression. That's it. I don't need to leave like a huge name. I just want to be like, man, that one year, they just from nothing to something.
For the 36 Blitz, I'm Brian Kennedy.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Join us Saturday, August 21st for the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run. This year's race will include 8K, 4K, and Kids 1K Dash. Can't make it in person? Sign up for this year's virtual run or walk and receive your race packet in the mail. This year's run helps raise money to outfit a new 1,000-foot bakery that employs.
We are back on the all-new Sports 96.1, The Zone, ABC 36.2, Spectrum Channel 138, MetroNet Channel 132, Windstream Channel 11, WTVQ.com for the first time this season. Varsity Game Night is streaming live and as well on YouTube. You look up Hyped Up TV. You'll find Corey Rainey's channel. You want to like the video, subscribe, watch on there. And we want to thank Richard Dickman. Thank you very much of Dickman's and Smoke Justice for sponsoring the stream today. We love to broadcast high school football out to as many people as possible. So thank you for watching, and thank you, Richard, for sponsoring. And also thank you to MetroNet and Dan Cummins as well. We got everybody interested in high school football this year because Varsity Game Night for the first time ever on television, and now the first time ever on television and streaming and radio at the same time, all in time for the regional championship game live here at Woodford County High School. Josh, you can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, we're covering our bases, aren't we? We're doing everything.
All we need is home plate. We've got first, second, and third, and now all we need is to go home. And go home we are getting close to is one of these two teams tonight will go home for good. And then it's the state semifinals. We are getting into the nitty-gritty of the high school football season as we are live from Woodford County High School as the Yellow Jackets lead 14-7 over the Colonels of Covington Catholic. But I've got to tell you, Josh, my first impression of the game so far is simply that Covington Catholic, it's really not a score of 14-2. It's a score of 2-0 to me in the terms of Covington Catholic has made 2 mistakes. Woodford County has really made none in the grand scheme of things. It's just a game where it's the inches are deciding it.
Well, Woodford County did make one mistake with the punt, the fumble of the punt, and then, but then it ended up turning into a fumble themselves by Covington Catholic on the end zone line.
That's right.
So it didn't really turn into anything. So it still could be 2-0. I really like this Covington Catholic team and what they're able to do. Woodford County is a very explosive team. You're not going to keep them entirely in check, but 14 points and a half. That's doing something right there.
Well, it's been very impressive so far just for Woodford County, led by Jackson Geiler. He has been probably the player of the game so far. Made a big stop defensively in the backfield, but offensively, one of the runs of the season on 4th and 3 to get around the corner. Big stiff arm into the end zone from about 20 yards out, again, on 4th and 3. Jackson Geiler has been absolutely phenomenal for the Yellow Jackets tonight. And for Covington Catholic, I feel like we've called a lot of players' names because it is a very big collaborative effort from this Catholic offense and specifically the fantastic performance by this Covington Catholic defense.
Yeah, and you can really tell that when you just go down their stat sheet through the year. This is an offense that really likes to spread it around. They're holding true to that tonight.
Well, Josh, we will be back here in just a little bit. We're going to give a short preview of the second half as we are excited. One half to decide the regional championship game. Covington Catholic needs to make up 7 to tie, 8 to win, as I like to say. But first, Kim Price will have scores from around the Bluegrass, and she will bring that to you at our Bluegrass scoreboard high school football report here at halftime.
And that big one we're looking forward to is that Southwestern Frederick Douglass game, because the winner of that game gets the winner of this one, and that's going to be a fun.
That is what we need to know, and we'll give you an update here over the weekend whether or not we're going to get things moving and shaking ourselves. Josh Toffness, Angelo Carriero, we will be back momentarily here on Varsity Game Night, live on WTVQ.com, streaming, Hyped Up TV on YouTube. Go like the video and subscribe at ABC 36.2, Spectrum, Windstream, MetroNet, and of course, me and Josh on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone.
Zooker is the free app to find great deals to local restaurants and merchants. Find coupons, join local businesses' loyalty clubs, and play games right from your mobile phone. Save 50% at local restaurants like Brick Oven Pizzeria, Miguel's, Bluegrass Sabor, and many more. Help support local businesses while you save money. Check out all the great deals on Zooker. Check it out. Download Zooker and start saving big today.
XOOKER. Zooker. You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show. You could get something that is serious one day. We don't feature a running back in too many offenses anymore. It could be off the rails. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
You like big name guests. You like somebody who asks intelligent questions. You like fun. We're the show for you.
Yeah! The Dan Patrick Show, weekdays from 9 to noon on the new Sports 96.1 The Zone.
Join Woodford Reserve, Avon, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support Avol's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Your career should have meaning, and at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only nonprofit, faith-based skilled nursing facility is immediately hiring for staff nurses, RN or LPN, nursing assistants, and Kentucky medication aides. Sayre Christian Village's diverse staff receives competitive compensation, benefits, training, and development opportunities. Apply at SayreChristianVillage.org and set up a virtual interview today.
Out for Life returns Thursday, September 16th.
Dine in or carry out at any of our 60 amazing partner restaurants. A portion of sales will go towards the fight to end HIV in Kentucky.
You can donate anytime. Go to dineoutlex.com.
3, 2, go!
In 2019, a veteran-led Tates Creek Commodores team would make it all the way to semi-state. But key players from that team would graduate, and last season was a struggle. Tates Creek went 0-6. A big reason? Youth.
Well, last year we started 5 freshmen across the board. You know, we had a young team, and, you know, with COVID last year, getting such a slow start with such a young team, it kind of, you know, we had 14 days to get ready for our first game. So it didn't really give us a whole lot of time to prepare, but I felt like as the season progressed, we got better, you know. Went into the first round and gave Dunbar all they wanted in that, and they moved on to the, you know, to the Final Four also. So I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
Set, hit,
For some of the older guys on the team, they know what it feels like to win. That made last season even tougher.
I was a sophomore when we were like really good, and I don't know, it's just like a real big difference. It just sucks, but it also kind of helped me because it makes me want to like work harder. Just because you've tasted it, and now that you're like at the bottom, there's only way to go up. So it just makes me just want to dig harder and just fight harder.
I learned that you got to step up at the biggest moments, and that you got to lead the team when nobody else wanted to. Being an upperclassman, you got to help the younger guys out, make sure they're learning everything, make sure they're watching so they can get in too.
Sometimes that means leading by example.
Just once one person does it, everybody follows. Even if that one person isn't a leader, if you just see that one person, and, well, at least for me, I strive to be better. So if I see somebody better than me, I'm like, nah, I gotta, come on. So then I bring energy, somebody else brings energy, and we just one up each other, and that's just how you gotta get better, and that's how you gotta win games.
Head coach John Smith says players have also been able to bond and hang out off the field. That's something they couldn't do last season due to the pandemic, and that time off the field is benefiting his players on the field.
It's tremendous, especially with still a young team. I mean, we're looking to maybe start 5 or 6 sophomores this next season. So being able to introduce everything and being able to go a little bit slower than having to go such a fast pace to get ready for the first game, it's been a tremendous success.
As this senior class looks to lead a group of young Commodores into the season, they know they have some steps to take, and they're ready to do it. And also make sure this senior class is remembered for one thing.
set, hit.
I'm just trying to leave a good impression. That's it. I don't need to leave like a huge name. I just want to be like, man, that one year, they just from nothing to something.
For the 36 Blitz, I'm Brian Kennedy.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Join us Saturday, August 21st for the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run. This year's race will include 8K, 4K, and Kids 1K Dash. Can't make it in person? Sign up for this year's virtual run or walk and receive your race packet in the mail. This year's run helps raise money to outfit a new 1,000-foot bakery that employs people in early stages of addiction recovery. So visit our website to donate and register to run or volunteer at the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run.
Out for Life returns Thursday, September 16th.
Dine in or carry out at any of our 60 amazing partner restaurants.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Your career should have meaning, and at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only nonprofit faith-based skilled nursing facility is immediately hiring for staff nurses, RN or LPN, nursing assistants, and Kentucky medication aides. Sayre Christian Village's diverse staff receives competitive compensation, benefits, training, and development opportunities. Apply at SayreChristianVillage.org and set up a virtual interview today.
Join Woodford Reserve, Avon, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support AVOL's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Zooker is the free app to find great deals to local restaurants and merchants. Find coupons, join local businesses' loyalty clubs, and play games right from your mobile phone. Save 50% at local restaurants like Brick Oven Pizzeria, Miguel's, Bluegrass Sabor, and many more. Help support local businesses while you save money. Check out all the great deals on Zooker. Check it out. Download Zooker and start saving big today.
XOOKER. Zooker.
You are listening to The Dan Patrick Show. You could get something that is serious one day. We don't feature a running back in too many offenses anymore. It could be off the rails. You sound like Joe Pesci.
How am I funny to you?
If you like big name guests, you like somebody who asks intelligent questions, you like fun, we're the show for you.
Yeah! The Dan Patrick Show, weekdays from 9 to noon on the new Sports 96.1 The Zone.
Join Woodford Reserve, Avon, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support AVOL's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Your career should have meaning, and at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only nonprofit faith-based skilled nursing facility is immediately hiring for staff nurses, RN or LPN, nursing assistants, and Kentucky medication aides. Sayre Christian Village's diverse staff receives competitive compensation, benefits, training, and development opportunities. Apply at SayreChristianVillage.org and set up a virtual interview today.
Also, thank you to Metronet and Dan Cummins for sponsoring Varsity Game Night. As we are under 15 seconds here
16, Preston Agee. Do it on the ground, though he had that one huge fumble at the goal line that gave Woodford County the ball. Then Woodford County kind of stalled outside of that. Hummel, we have not called his name much in this game, and Reed Hummel came in, 901 rushing yards, 5 touchdowns. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end in line as Agee fakes the handoff on the jet sweep, and he goes down. Good game there on the first play by Covington Catholic.
Yeah, consistent yardage is what they want. They're going to move the ball down the field, and they've shown that they can do that. And at this point, take your time. Take some time off the clock and understand that, you can get into a rhythm here and make that continue on through the second half.
Continue on through the second half is what they need. They need to catch that spark offensively. That first run by Agee will help. 2nd and 4, ball nearest you on your radio dial for our 96.1 The Zone audience, 96.1 FM here in Versailles, Lexington, Scott County, Nicholasville, Franklin County, Winchester. As Hummel takes the handoff out of the backfield, and he stiffs arms a man, and he tries to cut up. Not much of a gain there, maybe a gain of 1 yard, Josh.
No, that's one thing that Woodford County has done a pretty good job of doing tonight, and that's keeping contained around the ends, making sure that nothing gets around the outside.
Nothing has, and nothing may will. We got a 3rd down and a long 3, Josh. You were the X's and O's. What's the play call here for Covington Catholic?
Well, they've seen success up the middle with Agee. If they can just run him, up the middle, I think they can find some success here and get this 3 to 4 yards.
I'd like to see him run someone in motion, almost like a jet sweep, but stop right when they get to Agee and they kind of come back out of the backfield. Gives them a handoff or pass option. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 tight end coming in motion, and a wide receiver to the right. The fake to Hummel, and it's a slant, and it's dropped just ahead of his intended target, Zion Mason. With that, Covington Catholic has to punt. And that's kind of what I mean, Josh, is that they need to get that spark.
Mm-hmm. And I think that spark would be the passing game. I really do. I think that is the one tangible that they are missing right now that is not allowing them to go further in the game.
Will allow them to go further in the game, but you got to complete those passes. As the punt's off, and what a punt, very high. But it has a backspin that goes all the way down. Oh, it was popped up and then out of bounds around the 43-yard line. So we will get a look at any adjustments that this Woodford County team has come. Josh, what do you think those adjustments would be for Woodford County, though they've been rather successful?
They're going to have to find a way to run it up the middle. That's been their one weakness so far that we've seen over and over again. It is getting some sort of consistency and getting holes opened up on the front line, because so far tonight, Covington Catholic is beating you at the line of scrimmage, and it's with 3 men.
That 3-man defensive front, including the outside linebackers led by Holtz, making a real impact and making a real difference on this game for Woodford County. Of course, the top player of the game so far, Jackson Geiler, comes off, and there's what Covington Catholic needs to come back in. Woodford County playing rather mistake-free football outside of that drop snap on the punt, like you had mentioned, Josh. False start. This is their their 3rd false start in their last 2 offensive possessions. So really, in their last 4 plays, they've had 3 false starts. So Woodford County needs to shake the bugs off of them. 10-11 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're a half away from deciding a regional champion. Ball snapped. Handed off to Stacy, and Stacy is able to get the first down. Now he breaks into the secondary. He dodges the safety, but he's being chased, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
That's what Preston Stacy can do for you. He can really, rip it upfield, bounces to the outside right there, and gets a big-time gain for his team.
Stacy, the former Henry Clay Blue Devil, getting all the way out of bounds. Now they're saying the ball was out. I said the 31-yard line. It looked like he had gotten out before then. Maybe he stepped on the sideline. The ball is going to be placed at the 37-yard line inside of their territory, Woodford County.
And that's a heads-up call right there by the refs because from what it looked up here, he was tiptoeing that sideline.
It's a play and a bang by Woodford County as they have a man taking a step back. Geiler comes in motion, and now they hand it off to him in an I form, and a huge hole is there, and he is able to get it, protects the ball, gain of about 9.
You know, I know that Preston Stacy is the star of this team when it comes to running, but Geiler is my guy right there. I mean, I really love the way that he runs the ball. I wasn't meaning for that to be a joke by any means, Angelo. I know you rolled your eyes at it. He's my guy, though, for real.
Geiler is your what?
He's my guy, buddy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm not your buddy, guy. 2nd and 1. Ball at the 28-yard line, and you know what that means, Josh.
Are they knocking on the door, or are they just walking up the
Woodford County is knocking on the door of the red zone. Inside of the 30-yard line.
They're on the porch, right?
The 20. They're knocking on the door. And there's a false start. 4th false start in their last 7 plays.
Okay, now they're going to be on the porch.
Now they are with – and let's see how far the false start gets them.
Did they forget something in their car?
You made me forget what I call the 40 to 30. They're within sight of the red zone, but that's not what I said. I can't believe you've made me blank on this, Josh Toffness. You are an evil, evil color commentary. A good one, but an evil, evil color partner here in the booth. One wide receiver out to the right. Here's the snap. It's handed off. Stacy's going to go off the left side, and he's chopping his feet, and he gets downed and about the 25-yard line. What a run. Preston Stacy. That's going to give him a first down.
Yeah, a very patient run right there. He was chopping his feet, and he was making sure that he picked the correct lane, picked the correct hole to go with. And then once he got behind the lineman, he just pushed, and that got him to the 25-yard line.
Yep, chopping feet, chopping them. Gets them now. Back knocking on the door of the red zone. I mean, we have to, like, if they're in the 50 to 40 is within earshot of the red zone, I don't know. You got me. You stumped me on my own stuff. I hate you for it. 2 wing backs, Stacy behind Patterson. Goes back to Patterson, and Stacy's going, and now there's another penalty in what looks like maybe a hold.
I think it's going to be
a hold. And it is.
Yep.
Another penalty on the offensive line for Woodford County. But I'll tell you what, Stacy is making sure that those penalty yards are eaten back up and more. Maybe they're just doing it so Stacy can add to his stat sheet. He's like, look, just hold. I'll get the yards back. Just let me stuff my stat sheet.
That could be it, but I've got a little bit of a different theory on it. I think it's just the pressure that this Covington Catholic defense is able to put on them. I mean, the false starts, the holds, that's just showing the fact that Covington Catholic's in their head right now.
Now Woodford County within sight of the red zone. Is this a good time to go on my diatribe about how much I hate the yardage infraction of a hold?
Not yet.
It's the regional championship.
Yeah.
I can't do that. 14-7, 8:03 and counting left in the third quarter. Woodford County leads by 7. Now Patterson tried to get him to strike again as it's out, and it's Nelson with the catch. He's down at the 1-yard line.
Goodness gracious.
Aiden Nelson, the junior, 8 touchdowns on the year, going for his 9th. He's just short, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line. Josh be weary again of Patterson going under center, and Stacy helped pushing Patterson into the end zone on a sneak. Let's see if that's the case.
It looks like it's going to be.
I think he might hand it off this time. Patterson, yes, swings it out, and that's an easy 6 for Jacob Jackson on the toss. And Woodford County strikes again.
Just absolutely mimicking the last few plays where they were doing a sneak and then pitches it to the outside. That was a beautiful call.
You can see the replay on ABC 36.2 and on your live stream, thanks to Richard Dickman, as it is ran into the end zone for 6 points. Covington Catholic. The kick is up and it's good, and that's really the first holes we've seen in this Covington Catholic defense today. But we'll take 30 seconds on the timeout. Woodford County 21, Covington Catholic 7. Let's see if the Colonels can get the ship righted here on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, and streaming on YouTube. Go to Hyped Up TV, like and subscribe.
Metronet is the area's leading provider of 100% fiber internet, television, and telephone services. Now is the time.
Saturday, August 21st for the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run. This year's race will include 8K, 4K, and Kids 1K Dash. Can't make it in person? Sign up for this year's virtual run or walk and receive your race packet in the mail. This year's run helps raise money to outfit a new 1,000-foot bakery that employs people in early stages of addiction recovery. So visit our website to donate and register to run or volunteer at the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run.
Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, and streaming live on WTVQ.com and on YouTube. Go to Hyped Up TV, like the video, and subscribe. Best high school highlights that you will see in the state of Kentucky. That's thanks to Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's. Go there for your next drink or eat. And the ball is kind of onside kick squibbed to about the 49-yard line. The Covington Catholic's going to get the ball at midfield.
Well, they were hoping that ball would kind of shoot backwards a little bit more, and the sure-handed Covington Catholic player was able to jump on that. I didn't exactly see the number, but that was a great play right there.
So Covington Catholic now down 2 scores. They were down 2 scores before, and they scored a kickoff return for a touchdown. Now it's time for the offense to save them from this deficit, as Agee brings a man in motion, and there's the run up the middle by Agee. He gets a gain of about 5. The fake there to Linehan. And now a man is hurt on the ground. I'm going to try to identify the player here shortly. And that might be, I don't want to say anything, yeah, it was Reed Hummel that was on the ground. In such an intense game, I don't want to scare any parents or fans out there by saying the wrong player, but I thought that was Reed, and it was.
But he popped up pretty well. I think he's going to go to the sideline. We'll see.
Hey, tough kids are tough kids. He's one of them. 2nd down and 5. Ball at the 45-yard line. Covington Catholic going left to right on your radio dial for the 96.1 audience. Got the Lexington coverage area in my mind. In motion again comes Linehan, and he will get the handoff that time. Good block on the side by Collins. And he's going to gain about 4 yards, Josh. It's going to be a 3rd and 1. And this might be a good time for an Agee power play like they had been doing. It's going to be a long one. This might be a 3rd and 2, Josh. And it is. So 3rd and 2. They've been getting good yardage on Agee plays. Last time they had a short distance to go, he coughed up the football. Let's see if he can tuck it in now and take his team to the promised land. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Agee, the man in the backfield with him. And that's Collins, and Agee keeps it. And it looks like he might have been tackled.
I don't think he got it.
I think he got a gain of about 1. But, Josh, this is going to be a 4th and less than a yard. If I'm Covington Catholic, I'd hurry up, go to the line, and try to sneak it.
I think I'm right there with you. Yeah, I'd put my foot on the gas pedal right here.
Daddy Yankee back in the day, get some gasolina and get this first down.
Oh, goodness. That's a reference I did not expect to hear.
Those are my favorite ones to hit with Josh Thomas. 4th and 1, Covington Catholic from shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Inline tight end on the right side, back in the backfield with Agee. Agee takes the snap, and he's going to go behind Collins again. And that's Geiler breaking through the backfield. It's a tackle for loss. Turnover on downs.
Geiler currently making a case for himself to be our varsity game night player of the game because he is on both sides of this ball, and he is tearing it up right now.
Right now, if the first person that's not the head coach to raise the trophy, the regional championship trophy, it would be Jackson Geiler right there is my first choice. I mean, he has been had a tremendous impact on this Woodford County team, both offensively and defensively tonight. 5:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's still far from over. Covington Catholic has just as much of a shot to come back in this game to try to tie it up. Woodford County does lead 21-7. We'll see if this defense can return to form, as if they showed the first holes in the arc. There goes Max Berry in motion. And now Patterson throws to the sideline. First catch of the day for Smith. Smith, the freshman, only a freshman, Josh, coming into this game. Mekhi Smith, 496 yards and 7 touchdowns on the year on 26 catches. One of the leading ball pluckers for this team.
And you like to see right there, he's got a rushing touchdown as well. That shows a lot of toughness from a guy that's just a freshman.
And dynamicism, be able to both run and catch. But out to the side this time, lined up is Jackson Rigg. Far side. And the handoff is to Stacy, and Stacy, what patient running, and he got the guy slip off of him. It's to the 30, and he's tackled at the 28-yard line. And Josh, there's the patience that you talked about earlier.
Stacy just doing what he's been doing all night, just picking his blocks, understanding what's in front of him, and then making the right decision.
What a great play by Stacy. It's like he's covered in baby oil, and he's just slipping off of his offensive linemen and then off of defenders as well. The patient running, the feet chopping. He's got his torso ahead of his legs, but not in a manner where it fall. Just impressive running style by the junior. Also, former Henry Clay Blue Devil. Wide receiver to the left, 2 wing backs. Back in the backfield, Geiler, but that's Patterson running out to the right side. A first design run really in that manner we've seen from Patterson tonight as he gets a gain of about 3. And Josh, that's been one of the surprises. I thought Bryce Patterson was going to put on a dual threat show, but he, for all of the pomp and circumstance behind him, and very deservedly so, it's been Jackson Geiler's game today. And Preston Stacy's. I'll tell you what, Preston Stacy over the second and third quarter has really stepped it up as well.
Samuel Eplin, the senior for Covington Catholic, nursing his right arm as he runs off the field. We'll keep an eye on that as well.
Good eye, Josh Toffness up here in the booth at Woodford County High School. 4:23 left in the third quarter. Woodford County leads 21-7. As Patterson's going to pitch it back. And that's Nelson. Nelson trying to run out of the backfield, and he slips through. He slips another tackle, and he's finally brought down at the 16-yard line. Good for a first down. Aiden Nelson just turned a little something out of nothing.
Aiden Nelson says, I'm going to find that end zone tonight at some point, and he is showing that he has got pretty much all the determination to get there. We'll just see if he can make it.
Make it for the first down. He is now nested comfortably inside of the red zone. Ball on the 17-yard line for a 96.1 FM audience in Versailles, Lexington, Scott County. This is on the bottom of your radio dials. Woodford County goes right to left hash mark. That's Patterson. He's going to hand off to Geiler. Geiler's going to break free. That'll be a holding. A very obvious holding there by Woodford County. That'll take them back 10 yards.
And you can't say much about that. That was an excellent run. And just taken back by a hold call. I mean, it happens.
It does happen.
And it's happened quite a bit tonight here for Woodford County. They're definitely suffering from some holding issues. And I think, again, as I was saying, I think that's all due to the fact that Covington Catholic is able to put so much pressure in that first half on them. And now in the second half, they're trying to keep up.
No, I agree, Josh Toffness. Over the last quarter of gameplay, the Woodford County offensive line has suffered tremendously, 5 to 6 penalties. So now it'll be a first about 19. Patterson will take the snap, loads up, throws to the far side, tackled at about the 20-yard line. Far side catch by Smith, his second of this drive, second of the game. It'll be a second down and 12 for the Yellow Jackets. It's varsity game night. Brought to you by MetroNet and Dan Cummins on 96.1 FM. Brought to you by Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's on WDVQ.com and on YouTube.com. Looked up Hyped Up TV. Like the video, that's the live stream. Subscribe to Corey Rainey's Hyped Up TV. And, of course, on ABC 36.2. Thank you, Brennan, as Patterson runs to the right and he gets inside of the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And hopping off the field to the sideline is Alex Lowry. So the ball's at the 14-yard, just inside of the 15-yard line on the high hash mark of your radio dial. For those in the For Sales area, check out 96.1 FM. Dan Patrick from 9 to noon, from noon to 3. Colin Cowherd, Monday through Friday. And the toss is out. And good run defense by Covington Catholic's going to swallow up the Yellow Jackets. And before they get a chance to sting, the Yellow Jackets are left out.
Right there, as you mentioned, just excellent run defense by Covington Catholic. They were not going to give up anything, and they were determined to prove that.
Very interesting. The field goal unit comes on, and that'll be Sawyer Ford.
And if anything, that's a sign of respect, I got to say, because this is a Woodford County team that does not do field goals.
No, this would only be their 2nd field goal of the year. It's kicked, and that looks short, and it's to the right. No good for Woodford County. Covington Catholic is going to go unscathed, giving them a chance to score and narrow this to a 1-score game. Because that right there, that would have been, it could have been a WrestleMania. You would have heard Undertaker's the dongs of the bell, because that would have been a 3-score game for an offense that has struggled with only a quarter to go, essentially. 1:19 left here in the third, 21-7. Covington Catholic has the opportunity to get this ball rolling. And Josh, other than Preston Agee, we haven't seen too many players for this offense get involved. Who's one guy that you've seen tonight that you'd like to see get the opportunity to try to get this team back from their skill group players?
Yeah, it really depends. There's been a few guys. They've tried to get the ball to Adam Holtz a few times. He's one of those explosive guys that they could really take advantage of.
And the handoff is to Reed Hummel. He's going to get the first shot, but he is swallowed up. Gain of about 2. 2nd and 8 for Woodford County.
But again, we've seen the speed that Adam Holtz has. We've seen him several times as they've tried to throw it to him down the field, and he's been in position, but unfortunately unable to make the connection. Let's see if they can do it here tonight.
2nd and 8. Ball's on the 22-yard line. Covington Catholic. Man comes to the huddle. Before they break, we are ticking under 40 seconds here. Less than a minute to the 4th quarter. Put your 4s up soon. Agee, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They fake it to Hummel. And now here's a deep pass. He's got a man. Caught! What a catch! That's Adam Holtz. Josh Toughness, the Proftness Part 2.
I'm just telling you that's exactly who they needed to involve. He's shown that he has the speed. He's shown that he has the talent. It's just the Agee and him have not been on the same page so far tonight, but right there making a great connection.
Connection like MetroNet, one would say.
Yeah, exactly. Fantastic connection from MetroNet. High speeds, everything.
And you switched over from a competitor to MetroNet, and you say you get internet coverage all over the house?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And at high speeds, like high speed, gig per second.
Agee runs to the right. He gets a block from Hummel that's going to free him to the sideline. He's out of bounds, but that will end the 3rd quarter. Woodford County 21, Covington Catholic 7, but we have a game brewing. Covington Catholic just 40 yards away from a score, making this 1-score game. This is for the regional championship in the Class of 5A. Woodford County, Covington Catholic, Woodford County leads 21-7 on Varsity Game Night. The all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, and on WTVQ.com.
Woodford Reserve, Avon, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support AVOL's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Your career should have meaning, And at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only nonprofit faith-based skilled nursing facility is immediately hiring for staff nurses, RN or LPN, nursing assistants, and Kentucky medication aides. Sayre Christian Village's diverse staff receives competitive compensation, benefits, training, and development opportunities. Apply at SayreChristianVillage.org and set up a virtual interview today.
On the new Sports 96.1, The Zone.
A run by Nicholas Darple goes nowhere as he slammed into the line, and we get ready for fourth quarter action here on Varsity Game Night in the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone. It's the 96.1 FM audience in Versailles, Lexington, Nicholasville, Scott County, Georgetown, Winchester, Franklin County, Frankfort, all around the central Kentucky area. We're on ABC 36.2. We're on Spectrum, MetroNet, Windstream, and thanks to Richard Dickman, we are on WTVQ.com and on YouTube.com streaming the game live. Go to Hyped Up TV, like and subscribe. Now AG fakes the handoff. He drops back. He throws deep, and Holtz. Oh, he drops it with the hand play. It was almost a Hialeah for Holtz, but he couldn't hang on to it. But Josh, at this point of the game, 21-7, do you try to get it in your defense's hands one more time? You think that this is the area to go? It's at the 36-yard line, 4th and 4. I would have to say you've got to go for it.
Especially at you got 11 minutes, 21 seconds. Your offense has had trouble moving it down the field. You've got a slight bit of a momentum right now. Use it.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Zagee, and behind him, they fake the pass to the left. Agee trying to get to the sideline. Oh, he was hit late out of bounds. But that'll be a turnover on downs. And the tackle made by Isaac Reed. But guess who else was there?
Was it Geiler?
It was your guy, Jackson Geiler. But Covington Catholic, here's the thing, like you were trying to say, Josh, this is just like a bad punt on the other end of the field. Might as well go for it.
Yeah.
The defense can still bend and not break at this point, but you got to watch out for Preston Stacy and the ball control. First and 10, it's at the 38-yard line. Man comes in motion, and Patterson, he drops back, and he tries to juke, and he's brought down again. What a great play by this Covington Catholic defense, and you have to start questioning what was the point there to try to pass when the time for now was to eat up clock, and you've been able to run on Covington Catholic in the second half.
Yeah, Braden Collins right there coming from the nose guard position and just making an absolute bum rush towards Patterson. But the real question, as you mentioned, like, why not just run it there? You've had success running it, bounce it to the outside or something like that, because so far, you need to quit passing at this point. You've got to run out the clock. You can't give Covington Catholic that many more chances because eventually they're going to hit on one.
Nevertheless, they're looking like Trey Hendrickson and the Bengals up front with their pass rush. As Geiler runs to the left, and look at the amount of men that he makes miss. You can tell I practiced that one before the game.
The mountain of men he makes miss.
The amount of men that he makes miss.
I thought it was the mountain of men. I was like, wow, okay.
Mountain of men. Hey, pretend I said that.
That would be an awesome alliteration.
That was an awesome alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
But it
like
would be even more so. That's a 4-star right there instead of a 3-star.
That's okay. I am willing to reach for the 4th star. We got a couple of starred player on the field so far. Morehead State offered Bryce Patterson at quarterback. 3rd and 8, and Patterson runs, and he's got room. Here's the dual threat ability of Bryce Patterson. Goes down at the 47-yard line. Patterson jumps up, gives the first down signal.
Just picked his time right there, knew exactly what he had to do. Saw that there were no options, tucked it and ran, and gets a big chunk of yardage.
That'll put Woodford County into Covington Catholic territory. Covington Catholic defense trying to make a stand right there. Patterson hung in the pocket, found an open lane while everybody was covering receivers. Patterson's the type of guy you need one quarterback spot.
Mm-hmm.
Now to the far sideline, Aiden Nelson goes. Every other man in the middle. They hand off to Stacy. Stacy absolutely throws the defender. A gain of only 2 yards, but a gain of yards that was.
You know, I think it's safe to say that this Woodford County team practices the stiff arm quite often because they have several guys that can throw one out here and there.
Tell you what, I think they eat locally, raised locally, grind locally. I'll tell you that because Woodford County has got some hosses at every position. So it'll be second down and about 7. Nelson now on the far side. It's top of your radio dial. Woodford County going left to right for a 96.1 audience. Patterson hands it off in the backfield. I believe that's Schuyler. Stacy finally got a break from the action. Trying to see him pop up from the pile. Yep, and he comes back to the backfield. And we are under 8 minutes before we crown a new regional champion here in the class of 5A. Covington Catholic has to start feeling the heat. Third down and 4. Nelson goes out wide. Schuyler at the fullback position. Nelson goes down. Schuyler gets into the middle, and he's trying to force his way. I think he's a yard short, and that's where the ref will mark him.
It's interesting right there. Covington Catholic putting 4 men on the line for that play right there. They've been traditionally in a 3 all night, but 4 men right there in 4-point stance.
Wanted the beef. Kind of like Arby's, that defensive line, they had the meats. Put on that defensive line, they will. 4th and 1. Also, thank you to MetroNet and Dan Cummins, and of course, Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's. And the unofficial sponsor of the Covington Catholic defensive line, Arby's, because they have it. There will be a timeout called. Woodford County will go off the field. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in 1 minute. 21-7, 6:44 left before we crown a regional champion here at Woodford County High School. Woodford County with the lead.
Dan Cummings, Woodford Reserve, Avall, Kentucky, and Lee and Haley for this year's Dining Out for Life.
You can donate online anytime at dineoutlex.com and then dine in or carry out Thursday, September 16th with one of our 60 dedicated and community-minded restaurant partners.
A portion of sales will be donated to the fight to end HIV in Kentucky. Funds raised support Avall's efforts in housing equity, HIV testing, and prevention.
Dining Out for Life is best enjoyed vaccinated. Dineoutlex.com.
Your career should have meaning, and at Sayre Christian Village, it does. Fayette County's only nonprofit faith-based skilled nursing facility is immediately hiring for staff nurses, RN or LPN, nursing assistants, and Kentucky medication aides. Sayre Christian Village's diverse staff receives competitive compensation, benefits, training, and development opportunities. Apply at SayreChristianVillage.org and set up a virtual interview today.
Simply a better connection.
And now,
On the Yellow Jackets with Patterson under center. He hands off to the right, and he's tripped. Stacy's tripped, but he's going to get the first down. 36-yard line. And that right there, Covington Catholic's going to have to get a stop on this offensive possession, or it might be curtains.
That was a big-time first down there for Woodford County to be able to get that. Covington Catholic's got to stand tall here. 6 minutes, 28 seconds and rolling.
Even with the penalties, you got to give credit to that offensive line for what they're able to do. And now Schuyler comes in motion, and it's a fake pitch. Pass out to Stacy. There's nobody in the safety position. Will Stacy outrun his man? He gets in the end zone. It's a touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Beautiful fake to the left and then a pass to a wide open Stacy at the right.
Stacy's got it going on. As Preston Stacy scores, makes this a 3-score game with 6:11 left here in the fourth quarter. And the kick is up for the extra point. It is good. A run that would make the Fountains of Wayne proud. Woodford County leads 28-7 here. Midway through the fourth quarter, and Josh, the Friday night lights are out, and it is a dark sky, but it would not surprise me if there was a cloud over the Covington Catholic sideline. I mean, it is looking like dark days right now, but the strategy here, you got to score quick, score often, and make stops. But I got to tell you, a kickoff return for a touchdown like they had earlier in the game wouldn't hurt.
That absolutely would not hurt.
What else does with Covington Catholic? How else? Where have they failed to maximize on offense where they need to get out, spark out of nowhere?
Well, we keep on going over it again and again, and it's just the passing game is lacking, and they've had issues all night. They tried in the last drive to get it to hold several times. It just didn't work out at the end there. They had a big-time pass that could have been a touchdown, but it was dropped, unfortunately. Covington Catholic just needs to find a way to get the ball down the field. It doesn't matter if it's through the air or on the ground. It's desperation time at this point with 6 minutes and 11 seconds left.
We'll see what Woodford County decides to do here, because they could do if they do an onside kick, kind of a surprise. That would be a monumental thing, and they kind of kick it high, and it's caught, and all the way back to 38-yard line. Oliver Bent goes after the recovery. So Covington Catholic's offense will come back on the field. Not bad field position though, Josh. Not bad.
No, this is a good starting position. This is exactly where they want to be. If they're makes them a short field starting at the 40-yard line, I mean, they can capitalize on this, but they need to do it quickly.
Need to do it quickly indeed. Here goes Agee, drops back, and he's under pressure. He lost one to the sideline, and it's almost intercepted. Agee, under an intense amount of pressure, throws the ball, and it was intended for his receiver, David Sullivan, the senior. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10, but right there, Josh, trying to listen to you up here and opening up the offense.
That's what it's going to be. I mean, at this point, your whole season's on the line, so you need to go to the back of the playbook and pick those plays that you rarely use, the ones that you've kind of hung up on the board there in the locker room, and just figure out what you need to use.
3 wide receivers to the right, tight end in line to the left. Hummel goes out of the backfield, and it's tossed out to him, and he slips and falls on the turf at the 33-yard line. The clock will continue running. We are under 6 minutes to go.
That's just an unfortunate situation right there. Can't handle it when the turf monster gets you. I mean, there's nothing you can do.
5:37 and counting. Covington Catholic taking their time, but they're wasting precious time that they have. Two wide receivers to each side. As Agee drops back, he throws, and it's tipped up, incomplete. Trying to get the ball to his intended target, Adam Holtz. It'll be a 4th down, and they have to go for it here, Josh. They don't have a choice.
You know, right there, you saw some great coverage right there by Aiden Nelson. He's been on hold several times tonight in big-time plays and has been able to make it defensively.
You hear the shaking in the crowd. The Woodford County Yellow Jacket maracas. I wonder if that's what a Yellow Jacket sounds like right before they're about to sting.
No.
4th and 16. You don't know that. You haven't been
I
around
do.
the Yellow Jacket.
I
3 wide
absolutely know
receivers
that.
to the left. And coming across the middle. Agee looks like he's trying to run, throws across his body, and it skips to Holtz.
Goodness.
That right there might have been the swan song opportunity of the offense to try to bring this team back into the game.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow right there. That's a tough situation. You tried several different throws, and none of them worked.
Now the Yellow Jackets come back onto the field with 5 minutes and 6 seconds away from a regional championship game here, with the winner going on to face the winner, Southwestern and Frederick Douglass. Josh, do we here shortly are going to get an update on the score of that game to see if maybe we can get a little bird's eye preview of what is to come. And I believe if either team wins, Woodford County is the top team in RPI,
they are
so
hosting.
we may be back here next week as Nelson takes the catch. And he is down at the 38-yard line as we are under 5 minutes. But yes, Josh, if opportunity given, I do believe that we will at least be here for television for the semifinal as Corey Rainey, Brendan and I, and Josh here, trying to determine last game before the state championship. Next week, semifinals, Thanksgiving weekend. I may be full of turkey, but I'll be rolling up to the booth either way.
Frederick Douglass did have the 14-0 lead over Southwestern at the half.
Tackled down at about the 28-yard line. As the clock keeps ticking. We'll see. Yellow Jackets' plans for are on 3rd down. Come up to the line. We're under 4 minutes away. One wide receiver out. Stacy in the backfield. And it's going to be an option. And Patterson. No, there's a flag that might be a hold. The flag is at the 30-yard line. Patterson had it and more.
And it's another hold.
My goodness. By the way, 3rd quarter score, Frederick Douglass 23, Southwestern 0. How about that, Josh Toftness? Take your score.
And add some to it. That's a little bit surprising. Southwestern coming in a very tough team. Didn't expect them to get blanked.
So they will be pushed back an inordinate amount of yards at 10 for a holding call, Josh. I told you I'd get to it eventually. I won't go on to my diatribe. This is the regional championship game from Woodford County High School. Line up, 3rd down, 15 yards. 2 wide receivers to each side. The drop back by Patterson. He can't escape, and it's another sack for this Covington Catholic defense. And it will bring up 4th down.
Covington Catholic's going to get another chance at this. I know it's 3 minutes left, but they will have a chance to do something. I guess
Woodford County, instead of punting it, is going to try to take it down the field. The clock is running. We're under 3 minutes left with a 28-7 lead. And they're taking their time to get to the huddle and may even call a timeout just to run as much clock off as possible. And they'll take the delay of game, Josh, so they're going to take it all the way down, and this will likely end up being a punt for the Yellow Jackets.
just trying to eat as much clock as possible.
Losing those 5 yards for the Yellow Jackets, it doesn't sting too much when you're up 28-7. Do you get it, Josh? Sting, Yellow Jackets, sting.
I get it.
They got they're like Hornets. They got stingers. As the punt is about to be off, 2:30 left here. As Woodford County, a clean punt away likely from a regional championship. And the ball is going to land at the 3-yard line. What a punt for these Yellow Jackets.
And that's exactly where they wanted, of course. Covington Catholic, a long field, limited time. They can taste the regional championship.
Hunt took 7 seconds off the clock, so 2:23 left here in the game. Got to think for Covington Catholic, just playing for pride at this point. But we've seen miracles happen. To lose faith is a foolish errand, Josh. As the run right there, a hole opens up. It's tackled at about the 8-yard line. That's something we can never really do, Josh, is to give up that hope.
Well, you know, if we were to give up that hope, it would just make us a couple of bozos.
Would indeed. Snap is taken, and Agee passes out to the far side. He's got a man in the slot. He makes some men miss. Oh, I thought we were about to get a little something special like Odell Beckham back in 2014 type of thing. That'll stop the clock momentarily, 1:42. On YouTube.com. Wow, that is an amazing point. I did not like to think about that. Corey just said these kids were 10 when Odell made that catch.
Oh, I don't want to know.
What?
Stop that.
My senior year of college, you got to be kidding me. As Agee throws it, he's got him. He's got Holtz, and Holtz gets to the 10, and it's a touchdown. What can Holtz do for you? As he gets into the end zone.
Big play right there. Gives them a little bit of hope. We'll see what they do with it. Tiny sliver.
But the window still alive for the light to shine through. And here's the replay. You can see. As Holtz was able to take it, and that's what you've been saying all game long. If they could just get Adam Holtz involved more and more into this,
it just
seems good.
Too little too late at this point. I mean, unfortunately, with 2 minutes left, or excuse me, 1:21 left, it's tough.
As a touchdown scored makes it a 2-score game with 1:21. Now, Josh, there are scenarios like an onside kick.
Mm-hmm.
Covington Catholic gets the ball. Things could start going haywire, and you know how that can be. Whenever things get shaky for a team, and the confidence collapse. I've seen stranger things happen. I've seen season 1.
We've got to keep these fans around. Please stay. Please stay for us.
Very, very wealthy mountain we sit upon as we watch this game here at the press box. 28-14, 96.1 FM for the Versailles, Lexington, Georgetown, Winchester, Midway, and Frankfort cities all around us for 96.1 FM signal. Well, you know we got Hyped Up TV on YouTube, right? And you can like and subscribe to them. And, of course, we've got ABC 36.2 all across the state. And there's the onside kick, and it's high, and it's caught. Woodford County puts the stinger in the ball and the stinger in the hearts of Covington Catholic fans. Catholic's going to have to force a 3-and-out if they want any chance. First and 10, ball at the 49-yard line. Woodford County's going to come out. As we will have the post-game show here streaming on ABC 36.2 on WTVQ.com. Hyped Up TV on YouTube. Thank you to Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's. If you're in Northern Kentucky and you want a bite or a drink, that's the place to go. Smoke Justice and Dickman's. As Stacy gets to the outside, look at those legs churn. As he gets all the way to the 39-yard line. That will be a first down for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to say down at the 41. That's one thing, Josh. I'm watching the game on my iPhone on YouTube. As I just subscribed to Hyped Up TV. He has 334. I'm about to unsubscribe if Corey keeps flapping his gums up here as I'm trying to promote his channel, trying to make him some money. And look how he treats me up here. Don't worry. Corey Rainey, send your hates tweets to him on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a bozo.
He is a bozo. And the pass is deep, and it is almost hauled in by Mekhi Smith. It would have been a phenomenal catch. I guess you can go to YouTube. And I suppose if you wanted to, not like you have to, but if you wanted to subscribe to Hyped Up TV, I mean.
You can do that.
I did, but I don't know. I'm wavering at the moment. But it is, I guess, a pretty good stream of the game. Fantastic job of sponsorship by Richard Dickman. To the right, the Yellow Jackets go for the carry. It's like a timeout was called. Probably about 55 seconds left on 55 of those bad boys left on the clock. But Woodford County is closing it out, and they are going to be the Class 5A regional champions. They came in scoring 49.8 points per game. I'm going to round up, Josh. They were scoring 50 a game. And Covington Catholic was able to hold them to 28. But this offense, remember in the pregame show that was exclusively on 96.1 FM, I said that the key for Covington Catholic, it's not that I didn't think they were going to be able to slow down Woodford County. Were they going to be able to speed up?
Keep up offensively.
To Woodford County, and that proved to be the most difficult cast. And by the way, shout out to Greg Reeves. We appreciate you on the live chat. He says he's watching Guyler from Richmond, Virginia. He said great job tonight, other than maybe one commenter specifically. We appreciate that a lot. We really appreciate bringing you high school football here in Kentucky. We think the talent around Kentucky is underrated, and we'd love to bring it out to the masses, and we hope that your favorite team comes out healthy and plays their hardest. And, of course, we have semifinals coming up. Greg said he was a Woodford grad from '88. As the ball is ran. And it's going to be a first down, and you can kneel out the clock from here. Kneel out. Reminds me of Neil Jackson originally on this broadcast. Finally left the family after all these years.
Yep.
Down to Texas.
Goodness gracious.
You better have not done it for the high school football, because the high school football here in Kentucky is top notch.
I'm going to miss Neil. I'm going to miss him.
Yeah.
The general.
Captain. And now Patterson get under center as the clock runs down. He is going to kneel the ball, and that will be it from Woodford County High School. The Yellow Jackets go on as Guyler does a backflip in the backfield to finish that. Maybe we get an instant replay of that backflip. That was amazing. And high stepping and walking, the Yellow Jackets buzz off the field with the victory. They will be in the state semifinals. They will host a home game here before the path to Kroger Field. 28, Woodford County, 14, Covington Catholic. The fans storm the field, and that is it. We will be back with the Varsity Game Night post-game show here. Thank you to Richard Dickman. Thank you to Smoke Justice. Thank you to Dickman's. Thank you to Corey Rainey and Hyped Up TV, Metronet, Dan Cummins for the live broadcast. But stay here. We will have the post-game show only on 96.1, ABC 36.2, and on streaming. Don't go anywhere. Josh Toffness, Angelo Carriero, 28, Woodford County, Covington Catholic, 14. We'll be back in moments. Of our
Dining Out for Life returns Thursday, September 16th.
Dine in or carry out at any of our 60 amazing partner restaurants. A portion of sales will go towards the fight to end HIV in Kentucky.
You can donate anytime. Go to dineoutlex.com.
3, 2, go!
In 2019, a veteran-led Tates Creek Commodores team would make it all the way to semi-state. But key players from that team would graduate, and last season was a struggle. Tates Creek went 0-6. A big reason? Youth.
Well, last year we started 5 freshmen across the board. You know, we had a young team, and, you know, with COVID last year, getting such a slow start with such a young team, it kind of, you know, we had 14 days to get ready for our first game. So it didn't really give us a whole lot of time to prepare, but I felt like as the season progressed, we got better, you know. We went into the first round and gave Dunbar all they wanted in that, and they moved on to the, you know, to the Final Four also. So I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
Set, hit,
For some of the older guys on the team, they know what it feels like to win. That made last season even tougher.
I was a sophomore when we were like really good, and I don't know, it's just like a real big difference. It just sucks, but it also kind of helped me because it makes me want to like work harder. Just because you've tasted it, and now that you're like at the bottom, there's only way to go up. So it just makes me just want to dig harder and just fight harder.
I learned that you got to step up at the biggest moments, and that you got to lead the team when nobody else wanted to. Being an upperclassman, you got to help the younger guys out, make sure they're learning everything, make sure they're watching so they can get in too.
Sometimes that means leading by example.
Just once one person does it, everybody follows. Even if that one person isn't a leader, if you just see that one person, and well, at least for me, I strive to be better. So if I see somebody better than me, I'm like, nah, I gotta, come on. So then I bring energy, somebody else brings energy, and we just one up each other, and that's just how you gotta get better, and that's how you gotta win games.
Head coach John Smith says players have also been able to bond and hang out off the field. That's something they couldn't do last season due to the pandemic, and that time off the field is benefiting his players on the field.
It's tremendous, especially with still a young team. I mean, we're looking to maybe start 5 or 6 sophomores this next season, so being able to introduce everything and being able to go a little bit slower than having to go such a fast pace to get ready for the first game, it's been a tremendous success.
As this senior class looks to lead a group of young Commodores into the season, they know they have some steps to take, and they're ready to do it, and also make sure this senior class is remembered for one thing.
set, hit.
I'm just trying to leave a good impression. That's it. I don't need to leave like a huge name. I just want to be like, man, that one year, they just from nothing to something.
For the 36 Blitz, I'm Brian Kennedy.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Join us Saturday, August 21st for the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run. This year's race will include 8K, 4K, and Kids 1K Dash. Can't make it in person? Sign up for this year's virtual run or walk and receive your race packet in the mail. This year's run helps raise money to outfit a new 1,000-foot bakery that employs people in early stages of addiction recovery. So visit our website to donate and register to run or volunteer at the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run.
On the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, on ABC 36.2, as well as Spectrum, Metronet, and Windstream. We are also on WTVQ.com, as well as YouTube.com at Hyped Up TV. or you can like the video and subscribe there. But we have a final score from Woodford County High School. Woodford County 28, Covington Catholic 14. Woodford County will move on to the state semifinals and host the game here. But before we get to that game, let's talk about this one, Josh. Woodford County coming in averaging 50 points a game, only scores 28. So that opened the door up for Covington Catholic. But offensively, they just didn't have the guns to keep firing in this shootout.
Yeah, several times we saw them drive down the field, and then they kind of just ended up sputtering, and that was proved to be the real Achilles heel that they had all night. Was their offense could not get it going, and I put that in part due to the defense of Woodford County was just so stout, and just the coverage on the receivers was incredible all night. Aiden Nelson did an excellent job on Adam Holtz. Let him get he got a touchdown there at the end, but that was after 4 quarters of play. I mean, you got to tip your hat to Aiden Nelson tonight for his coverage.
Fantastic coverage by him. Josh, you called Adam Holtz, and he didn't get going to the end. What did you see early on from him, at least for Covington Catholic, that they weren't able to really get a hold of for the rest of the game?
Well, it was his breakaway speed that I saw at the beginning. I saw that he could really do something, and unfortunately, it was him and AG just were not on the same page early on for Covington Catholic, unfortunately, that is. But later on in the game, they kind of started to pick it up between each other, but it was too little too late because by that time, Woodford County had gone up to 28.
They'd gone up to 28 indeed. Angelo Carriero and Josh Toffness live here from Woodford County High School, sending out a tweet. Glad I had Josh, Corey, and Ashley all here. Kim Price back in the studio, as it takes a team effort, just like it took a team effort from Woodford County tonight. And their team, it's usually been Bryce Patterson that's been the superstar. He came in 37 total touchdowns through the air and on the ground compared to 2 interceptions. Got his first Division I offer from Moorhead State back on the 4th. This kid has just been going up, up, and up. But for the game, he more played game, I won't say manager, but it was more of a ground attack that they centered on, really between Jackson Geiler and Preston Stacy.
I think a lot of that was just wanting to play Covington Catholic's game against them. I mean, I think it was just a hard-nosed stance. They wanted to come in and they wanted to own the field and really take control of the line of scrimmage, and for the most part, that's what they did. Covington Catholic did have that offensive line on the ropes a little bit here and there when it came to the holding penalties and the false starts, but when it came down to it, Woodford County was able to push forward, and they got everything that they needed out of tonight. I know it's not their usual big night of 50 points, but 28 points will do it on the board.
It'll do it on the board. Covington Catholic just offensively couldn't get it going. AG with some good runs. Really, the game turned around offensively for them once he fumbled at the goal line and it got popped out. And that was after being able to capitalize on a terrible snap on a punt, or a terrible catch by the punter that caused the fumble to give Covington Catholic such great field position after the kickoff. But it was just really Covington Catholic's inability to get going all night offensively was their downfall. But Woodford County comes out of the win, regional champions, and will host the state semis here next week. We'll find out their opponent shortly, but Kim Price may be able to tell us that a little earlier than us, as we are going to take a break. We are going to go to Kim Price with scores from around the Bluegrass. Then we are going to give you our varsity game night player of the game. So there's so much more. Stay tuned and stick around here on Varsity Game Night on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone, ABC 36.2, and on YouTube, Hyped Up TV.
Dining Out for Life returns Thursday, September 16th.
Dine in or carry out at any of our 60 amazing partner restaurants. A portion of sales will go towards the fight to end HIV in Kentucky.
You can donate anytime. Go to dineoutlex.com.
3, 2, go!
In 2019, a veteran-led Tates Creek Commodores team would make it all the way to semi-state. But key players from that team would graduate, and last season was a struggle. Tates Creek went 0-6. A big reason? Youth.
Well, last year we started 5 freshmen across the board. You know, we had a young team, and, you know, with COVID last year, getting such a slow start with such a young team, it kind of, you know, we had 14 days to get ready for our first game. So it didn't really give us a whole lot of time to prepare, but I felt like as the season progressed, we got better, you know. we went into the first round and gave Dunbar all they wanted in that, and they moved on to the to the Final Four also. So I feel like we're trending in the right direction.
Set, hit,
For some of the older guys on the team, they know what it feels like to win. That made last season even tougher.
I was a sophomore when we were like really good, and I don't know, it's just like a real big difference. It just sucks, but it also kind of helped me because it makes me want to like work harder. Just because you've tasted it, and now that you're like at the bottom, there's the only way to go up. So it just makes me just want to dig harder and just fight harder.
I learned that you got to step up at the biggest moments, and that you got to lead the team when nobody else wanted to. Being an upperclassman, you got to help the younger guys out, make sure they learning everything, make sure they watching so they can get in too.
Sometimes that means leading by example.
Just once one person does it, everybody follows. Even if that one person isn't a leader, if you just see that one person, and well, at least for me, I strive to be better. So if I see somebody better than me, I'm like, nah, I gotta, come on. So then I bring energy, somebody else brings energy, and we just one up each other, and that's just how you gotta get better, and that's how you gotta win games.
Head coach John Smith says players have also been able to bond and hang out off the field. That's something they couldn't do last season due to the pandemic, and that time off the field is benefiting his players on the field.
It's tremendous, especially with still a young team. I mean, we're looking to maybe start 5 or 6 sophomores this next season. So being able to introduce everything and being able to go a little bit slower than having to go such a fast pace to get ready for the first game, it's been a tremendous success.
As this senior class looks to lead a group of young Commodores into the season, they know they have some steps to take, and they're ready to do it, and also make sure this senior class is remembered for one thing.
I'm just trying to leave a good impression. That's it. I don't need to leave like a huge name. I just want to be like, man, that one year, they just from nothing to something.
For the 36 Blitz, I'm Brian Kennedy.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Join us Saturday, August 21st for the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run. This year's race will include 8K, 4K, and Kids 1K Dash. Can't make it in person? Sign up for this year's virtual run or walk and receive your race packet in the mail. This year's run helps raise money to outfit a new 1,000-foot bakery that employs people in early stages of addiction recovery. So visit our website to donate and register to run or volunteer at the 3rd annual DB8K Life-Changing Run.
Everyone has a unique and important story to tell. Studio 46 Media will bring your vision to reality through video production, live events, or virtual hybrid meetings. No matter what's going on in the world, Studio 46 Media will help your message reach the people who need to hear it most. To learn more, visit studio46media.com.
Tonight on the all-new Sports 96.1 The Zone. If you're on Versailles, if you're in Georgetown, Nicholasville, Lexington, Winchester, or if you're all the way out in Frankfurt or Midway, you can get 96.1 FM on your radio dial. You can find Varsity Game Night on Friday nights, including next Friday on ABC 36.2, Spectrum Channel 138, MetroNet, which is a thankful sponsor of Varsity Game Night on our radio side, MetroNet Channel 132, and Windstream Channel 11. Before I continue, because streaming right now, we're looking for a sponsorship for next week. If anybody wants to sponsor Varsity Game Night for next week's game, we believe we want to stay here because it looks like that Woodford County is going to have a matchup with the Thoroughbreds, excuse me, the Broncos. They should have been the Frederick Douglass Thoroughbreds. That would have been.
Well, originally there was that whole voting thing that went up, and Broncos was chosen though.
Oh, okay. So the Frederick Douglass Broncos. It looks like they were up 30-0, according to Kim Price back in the studio. DJ Fly KP on 107.9 The Beat on noon to 4 on Sundays. But Josh. It looks like that with the 30-0 lead that Frederick Douglass is going to be coming here, and that's a matchup where we've seen once it got cold that offense kind of stopped exploding, and their defense started hemorrhaging to Boyle County on the ground. But they are shutting out a very good Southwestern team.
Yes.
And I think Covington Catholic exposed to maybe some flaws in Woodford County. This could be a game for the ages in the semifinals next week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good one. We know the talent that Frederick Douglass has. We've covered them all year. But Woodford County coming back, we've seen them tonight. They are an incredible team. They're well coached. They know exactly what they're doing. They had some issues with the line tonight, but I think that was Covington Catholic's part. This team is fantastic. They're phenomenal, and they are explosive.
Well, Josh, before we get to our varsity game night player of the game, if you at home have been having trouble with your streaming or your internet during tonight's game and you want to make sure to get next week's game streamed with perfection, as I like to call it, if you want to stream and have internet with high speeds and reliable connections, Josh, you said that you switched from an enemy of Metronet's over to Metronet, and can you tell me how much better it's made your streaming experience?
It's fantastic, really. I mean, you walk around my house anywhere and you're getting high speeds up to a gig per second, and it's incredible. I mean, I have 3 routers throughout the house. They cover the entire house. Everything's fantastic. And, I have people on all different devices streaming it as they go. We're streaming high-speed video. People are on their phones. My son is on a Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's incredible.
It is incredible. Thank you, Josh Toffness. Thank you to Richard Dickman of Smoke Justice and Dickman's for sponsoring the stream. We couldn't have been happier with your sponsorship, and we appreciate you, and hopefully that you all enjoyed the game over at your fine establishment, Smoke Justice and Dickman's. And thank you to Dan Cummins. But to sign us off, we have the varsity game night player of the game. And Josh, we have it's unanimous. It's Jackson Geiler of Woodford County. He was absolutely dominant on the ground tonight. A senior that played physical with his body, and then defensively he had a huge 4th down play that was the tackle for loss that gave Woodford County the ball and essentially ended Covington Catholic tonight.
Yeah, Jackson Geiler played on a whole nother level this evening, and it started out with that stiff arm touchdown, and he just kept on building from there.
Well, we may be able to see Jackson Geiler next week. For you to know what's up on Varsity Game Night for the state semifinals and our final broadcast on Varsity Game Night of the football season, you can go to @AngeloMediaLex to follow up, @HypedUpTV, @ToughnessMonster, @961 The Zone. Follow all the accounts to keep up with Varsity Game Night and the game of the week that's coming up in just 7 days from now, where we will determine which teams in the classes of the high school football in the state of Kentucky will be going to the state final. For Kim Price back in the studio, Ashley Rainey, Corey Rainey, Josh Toffness, this is Angelo Carriero with Varsity Game Night signing off. Have a good night and be safe. That was your brain about 5 minutes before we went on.
That was a nice way of putting it. I was literally just like mumbling in my head. Like, I sound like a crazy person right now. Oh, it's okay.
I got the whole.
I like that though. Thank you guys for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream.